Hi you guys, thank you so much for watching. Yes, I'm in my robe today. I'm getting ready to film this backyard tour for you. Not a ton has changed. Everything looks, like it should in fall. It's kind of dying back some, but let's go ahead and get started. October garden tour, and I'm gonna try to make this pretty quick. There's not a ton happening. Things are pretty much winding down. Hang on. Hi. Hi, Mama. This is a stray mama cat that we've been feeding, and she's so sweet. Ooh. She's like nicer than our own cats. Hi, Mama. She just loves to be petted. Hi, baby. Can I do my tour now? Thank you. So, in this area here, looking back at some of my other videos, there was pretty much nothing here. There were like a couple hostas, and actually the hostas were along this border, and then I ended up moving a lot of them, relocating them, and then adding a bunch of other things out here. But one second. So anyway, so out here we've got some heuchera, there's a climbing hydrangea, I have my Darmera peltata, or peltata, however you say it, up there. There's a yucca. There are some sedum here. I moved some ferns this way on either side, and I hope that those are just big and beautiful next year. They kind of die back after transplant, but they should be fine. Got some spirea, which is blooms so pretty and pink. But yeah, just a little bit of what's going on out here. I'm definitely going to add a ton more plants in this space. I like having the bare space in between plants, but I kind of want this full of color, full of shade blooming perennials. So if you notice over here, all the elephant ears are gone. They are gone. They got processed a couple weeks ago, and they're drying up inside, and it's so empty out here. It's kind of like, where are the big guys at? I mean, they kind of took up a lot of space, but they were just so pretty, and we love watching them blow in the wind and everything. But it's time to collect them. What I noticed during processing the bulbs, a lot of them had some rot to them. So it's a little bit of rot. Some of them had a lot. So I think that's because I left them a little bit too long. At a certain point in the year, the plant is not really putting on a ton of growth. So if you're continuously flooding it with water, that's not really good for the bulbs. These two planters are my front yard planters. I'm going to be processing them soon. The Prince Tut and King Tut grass, I'm not sure if I'm going to try to overwinter them. I mean, it wouldn't hurt at this point, because I usually take my planters and put them in the garage anyway, the empty planter. So I mean, there's really nothing to just try it out. But yeah, so we've got some hostas here. I think I'm going to fill this area in with some more shade loving perennials. It has to be stuff that flowers and it has good leaf texture. Up there we've got some coluses in the ground still. There's some petunias up there. There's some dahlia up there. The fruit bed is still looking the same. It's pretty small. My topiaries are good. They don't need any pruning. They look amazing. Over here we've got some bulbs drying out on the table. The baskets, they're looking pretty bad, but I'm not taking them down just yet because my dahlias are kind of leaning on them for support, so I'm going to leave them up. I did dig up some dahlias this past week just to clear some of the space out and just get ahead of the processing, because there is so much to do and I have to find space for all of these, and it's just crazy. It's just crazy. I don't know who told me to buy all of these dahlias and all of these Elvinier bulbs and all of these caladium bulbs, because they all need a space to go. But yeah. So over here, these 2 pots need to get processed. They did pretty good. I think I'm gonna do a video on those. I'll do a video on these soon, just talking about how I think they did. But yeah, here's the other one. They're huge. If you want to see the video of me planting these up, I will tag it in here somewhere. But yeah, little boxwood hedge is doing good. Some creeping Jenny from a pot that I had here actually started rooting, so I just cut it off from the mother plant and just gonna let it go ahead and do its thing. This is a bean plant. I can't remember the variety right now, but it has not produced any flowers or beans, but it does look really pretty up here in mass. So boxwood hedge. I planted some spiral grass from one of the pots that I processed already and put it here. We'll see how that does next year. This is our compost pile. Our mini raised beds. We've got some carrots going in there, some sweet peas. There's some lettuce down on this other end. Onions from summertime, from early summer, that didn't really do well. We got some chard. There's the lettuce I was talking about. That lettuce is really cute. It is so cute. There goes the florist hydrangeas. Those 2 pots, I still haven't figured out what I want to do with them yet. I'll probably just overwinter them. Blueberries and kiwis and blackberries up there. I can't wait till we can get the fence done. It's just such a big expense right now that we just can't do it at the moment. At some point we will. That bed is looking really good, by the way. Except those cabbages, because they've been eaten by cabbage worms, and I can't stand cabbage worms. They eat everything. They eat cabbage and any like leafy greens. They are munching them down. Like, it's crazy. There's Mama. Hi, Mama. We think she's pregnant, but we're not sure because we've never had a pregnant cat. So we're not sure. Some days she looks like a little plumper in her belly, and then other days she doesn't. So I'm not quite sure. She may have already had some at some point, or is getting ready to have some, but we're kind of considering keeping her. I don't know. It just depends how our other cats would do with her, and then we'd have to take her to the vet and all that stuff. So everything's looking pretty empty out here. Here are the raised beds. This is just a roof to a playhouse. We're getting ready to put the playhouse up for the littles. And these beds are actually, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do as far as keeping this stuff in here for winter, because I've got to get my garlic in, and I want my garlic in these beds, and I have a lot of garlic, so I don't know how far that's gonna spread through these beds, so we'll see. Some of this stuff might have to get pulled or transplanted or something. I love these stuffing stones. I love that we found these around the house, you know, digging and found these. So it's nice to recycle the stuff and not have to buy anything new. There's a dwarf butterfly bush, a coleus, my limelight hydrangea. I cannot wait to get to this area of the fence redo, because I am looking forward to tearing up this ivy. Like, I cannot stand it. I mean, it looks kind of cool, you know, coming over the fence like this, but it is so aggressive. Like, it is so aggressive. I cut this back like every other week I'm over here like cutting these tendrils back, and they just keep coming, and it's hard to keep up with. And you know, once we pull this out and start working back here, I'm like gutting all of this stuff, like everything that's behind the fence. I want it cut back behind, like a good amount behind the fence, so that, you know, it's not just coming back over our new fence and just ruining my life. So everything in this bed looks good. Everything's winding down. It just all kind of is changing colors. Some flowers are dying back. These hydrangea flowers are changing colors, looking beautiful. This milkweed started dying back a long time ago, so I don't know what's going on with that. I've never had milkweed before, so. A little burning bush is starting to turn red. That grass right there, I think that's the Cheyenne grass. Let me zoom in. But it is beautiful. The color on it, I can't wait to see it get big. There's my little baby oak leaf. Hydrangea came in a 4-inch pot. That's a Pinky Winky, and I love the color gradation on that. That is crazy. I don't know if that is, it's just running down for winter or it's dying. I think it's just changing color for winter though. Another hydrangea, grass, hostas. Hi, kitty. Hi, Mama. Another Darmera peltata, hostas. It's pretty blank back here because I kind of want to put the chicken coop over there in that area, but I'm not quite sure how it will work out. So I'm kind of like not trying to plant a ton of stuff over there because I don't want to have to dig it back up. That area over here is looking really good. I need to divide these heuchera. They are so big. There's about 4 plants in each of the guacamole heucheras. So they would be a good candidate to split, and I'll do that next year. Those coluses back there are looking good. They look so chunky. I love them like that. And they've been really hardy. You know, we've dropped down like to the high 30s, you know, a day or two, and they are still going strong. They look amazing. And there is that hanging basket. That'll get overwintered again. Playhouse stuff. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for the garden. Like everything is just dying back. We're working on cleanup. We're working on cleanup and getting our, you know, getting the structure of the yard cleaned up as well, and just, you know, settling and getting things ready for winter. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this tour. Yes, I am in my robe. It is early morning. I tried to get out here early to avoid, you know, like the car traffic being extra loud, which, you know, it does work that way. Works better if I get out here early. But anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.